I didn't know I'd be 7,000 miles away from home with my hands covered in dirt. But when your dad begs for his old life back, you'll do almost anything. See this plant? It's the reason I left my warm, comfortable home. It's found in the thick jungles of Karnataka, hiding deep in Bengal tiger territory. With it, my father thrives. He doesn't feel drained or weak. Actually, this is the best and most energetic he's felt in a long, long time. But it wasn't just him. With the discoveries made on this Columbus-like adventure, we've been fortunate to create incredible results for type 2 patients. Here's what a few of them say. Donna Wham. I love it. My sugar has been in great range when I take it. Mary Lopez. Love the results I'm getting. Kathleen Franklin. Fantastic results. Now I got my daughter on them. But, I remember when we weren't so lucky. Diabetes took a lot from my father. It took us a long time till we figured out just how much we've normalized the restrictive life that comes with a type 2 diagnosis. I remember it well. When we were small, he'd throw us on his shoulders whenever he got the chance. Mom scolded him, but he didn't listen. Dad trusted his body. He had energy, and he was happy to live life the way he always wanted, without compromise. Dad never liked to conform. So while the meds were keeping his blood sugar at the right levels, it just wasn't good enough. The doctors said he was in good shape, but he still didn't feel like himself. And I don't blame him. Well, I should say, I didn't recognize him. Before the diagnosis, he was the engine of our family. He loved the outdoors. The whole family did. There was always something on the agenda. So our neighbors used to joke we were never home. But then things slowly changed. The calendar became less and less full. Our weekends empty. And at the time, I didn't know the deeper issue festering within. I just thought my father was getting old. Then after a long weekend with him one year, I noticed it. It was summer, plenty of sunshine and fresh air to enjoy. Dad loved nature. So I suggested a nice walk out in the fresh air, but I got this instead. Not today, Ron. Odd. He never refused a chance to leave the house. I asked Mom about it. He's just not feeling great. Obviously. So I asked some more. Kid, I just don't have the same energy like I used to. Why don't you just go with your mother? It broke my heart. Was this still my father? Concerned, I pestered Mom to show me Dad's meds. I grabbed all the bottles and jumped on Google. You probably found what I found. Despite drugs like metformin doing their job, keeping glucose levels stable, few are actually happy with the loss of energy. One review of the popular prescription nailed it. I was also told to exercise. How does one exercise and enjoy life with frequent trips to the bathroom all day long? It felt crazy to me. Like the doctors and pharmacists decided they did a good enough job and left him to take care of the rest. My father, the man who left us in the dust on mountain trails, couldn't do it anymore. The doctor said, that just comes with age. My heart wouldn't let me accept that. So I confronted him about it with my mother. We sat him down and locked the door behind us. At first, he was defensive. I'm fine. But I refused to leave the room. An hour passed, then another, then my mother left the room, and he cracked. That's when he dropped his guard and broke down in tears. Help me, son. The doctors kept giving him a clean bill of health, and he was sick of trying to convince them something was wrong. But the truth was, he never felt like himself ever since he started on the medication. But he had zero tangible evidence to prove he had less energy. His sugar levels were on par. By all accounts, his readings were normal, but his lifestyle was suffering. So his good readings didn't matter, at least not to him, and definitely not me. Because when you're lucky enough to have all the money, enough to hire the best doctors on the planet, enough to buy the best medicine available, yet you still can't help the man who raised you, you feel completely helpless. I owed this man everything. But at the time, I couldn't do a damn thing. And that's when I mustered the courage to tell him, I'm not going to let you live like this anymore. My name is Ron Elul. For the last 6 years, we've helped thousands of people discover nature's secret lifestyle boost for type 2 diabetes. and help those suffering from high blood sugar live a normal life, because we all deserve health and happiness. Look, I never intended to work in the health space. I'm not some angel. I uprooted from tech and solar startups to help diabetics for one reason: my pleading father. His journey to regaining his lifestyle took me to places few people will ever see. And as a result, it has led me to answers few have ever found. By the way, I'm not some medical genius either. The only reason I figured out something this powerful is because my father's a diabetic, and we were running out of options to help him feel like himself again. So pay close attention to what I'm about to say. In a few moments, you might have a few light bulbs go off. Don't be shocked if you do, because tens of thousands have found their diabetes medications to work, but few patients have ever felt normal. You might wonder why that is. I did too, but unfortunately I couldn't find a great answer. Personally, I think it's because we've normalized the restrictive life that comes with a type 2 diagnosis. And like my father, you don't search for answers when you feel like you already lost. Look, if it's not obvious right now, you don't have to sentence yourself to your current situation. Diabetes flat out sucks. But it doesn't mean you should stop doing the things you love, right? I believe everyone should have a normal life despite the disease. I believe you should be able to live without restriction like everyone else. I don't think a disease should be the boss of you. So if you agree, lean in. I'm about to show you how to get your lifestyle back. Years ago, when we started our research, we were disappointed. I knew the goal: to help Dad regain his old lifestyle. To do that, he had to maintain healthy glucose levels without it hurting his day-to-day life. The goal was clear, but honestly, I didn't know where to get started. I didn't know what to look for. It took some time till we learned what was important to figure out. To achieve the goal, maintaining healthy glucose levels while keeping a vibrant lifestyle, you need to support the health of these three basic bodily functions. 1. Physiological function for pancreatic cells. You see, your pancreas produces insulin, which helps control your blood sugar levels. A healthy pancreas lets you create the right amounts of insulin. This lets your blood glucose levels stay balanced and manageable. 2. Glucose absorption in your digestive system. Not all the sugar you eat ends up as glucose in your blood. Some of it isn't absorbed in your digestive system. It's passed right out of your body. So if your body absorbs a healthier amount of glucose, then you won't have to produce so much insulin. This means less strain on the pancreas to produce insulin, giving it a well-deserved rest. 3. Sensitivity of the muscle cells to insulin. Insulin resistance makes it harder for the body's cells to take in glucose. If it's tough to take in glucose, it stays in the blood and blood sugar can spike. Good insulin sensitivity helps turn your blood glucose into energy, helping you stay alert and awake. When you take control of these three areas of the body, and you're a diabetic, a lot can go right. But my guess is that this sounds familiar, because most diabetics don't have these areas in control. My father didn't, despite listening to the doctors. He did as much as he could. He ate right, gave up a few of his favorite foods that caused blood sugar spikes, and he exercised as much as he could as prescribed. But it didn't matter. He never felt full of energy. He didn't look like his antsy, energetic self, and it felt like he always had gas. Later, we found that the doctor is trained to treat the disease, not help you live well with it. Like most people, doctors just follow their training, and their training doesn't talk about how to live well with type 2 diabetes. They're there to keep you alive. That's it. Enjoying your life while you live it is completely up to you. In the beginning, we thought Dad was the only one who went through these issues, but Googling it showed many others experienced the same. Issues like 1. Low energy, 2. Loss of appetite, 3. Bad gas, 4. Bloating, 5. Constipation, 6. Vomiting, 7. Diarrhea, 8. Stomach aches, 9. A metallic taste in the mouth. No wonder he felt terrible. But despite all this, I knew I couldn't take him off the meds that were keeping him alive. Even worse, we felt like there was no way to better his condition. That's when we got desperate, really desperate. And when you're desperate, you do what many would call crazy. I remember it well. I was flying on an airplane trying to nap. The guy next to me was watching a movie on one of those tablets. The flickering kept bothering my eyes. I'm kind of embarrassed to say I started watching over his shoulder, but boy am I glad I did. It changed everything for us. The movie wasn't a Hollywood flick. It was a documentary about Ayurveda, an ancient medical system. I never heard of Ayurveda before, but the movie showed it was practiced in India for thousands of years, way before Western medicine was invented. The documentary followed an old man who traveled to India for treatment for all his age-related problems, including diabetes. I pulled out a pen and wrote down Ayurveda on an airplane napkin so I would remember it. I already read lots about Chinese medicine and Native American healing. They didn't have the answers Dad needed, so I was anxious to learn more about Ayurveda. Just a couple months after that, I was on another plane, this time headed to India. I'll admit, I never thought I'd find myself in India, talking to shamans, cooks, nurses, and doctors. I met with Indian doctors trained in Western medicine who also practiced traditional Ayurveda. And of course, I spoke to Ayurveda patients, especially those living with type 2 diabetes. Except something weird about the patients. Many of them were living great lives despite their diabetes. They weren't simply coping like my father was. It felt like their diagnosis wasn't having a real impact on their lifestyles. Then I met a man that changed everything for my family and thousands of people around the world. To protect his privacy, I'll just use his first name, Mo. Mo is an Ayurvedic doctor. Actually, he's a 7th-generation Ayurvedic doctor. One of his patients introduced us. Mo isn't just knowledgeable and passionate about helping people live happy and healthy lives with this 6,000-year-old ancient medicine. He himself is diabetic, and his own personal journey with diabetes led him to the incredible solution that helped my father. We sat down for a cup of traditional Indian tea. Mo mixed up the delicious brew, added some sugar, and started sipping. Do you ever get the feeling like you're this close to solving a puzzle but just can't quite put your finger on it? That's how I felt. Until something clicked. Mo is a diabetic, but he added sugar to our tea. Seemed like a silly thing for a respected doctor to do, right? Well, I asked about it, and his answer shocked me. That was the moment I knew things would change for everyone living with type 2 diabetes. Listen closely, he said. This is something you won't hear from a Western doctor. It can be perfectly safe to eat normal foods, including some sugar, as long as you keep your blood glucose levels stable and low. In Ayurvedic medicine, we do this by eating certain combinations of fruits, roots, and herbs to counter the cause of diabetes. By adding the right ingredients into our diet, there are fewer things we need to stop eating. That conversation was the start of something beautiful. Turns out there are dozens of ancient medicinal foods, herbs, and roots that can maintain healthy blood sugar levels. And over many months, Mom and I worked to find the most effective combinations and exactly the right ratios and measurements to help my dad and other type 2 diabetics. It's called synergy. Synergy means that when put together at the right amounts, they are more effective than when taken separately. It's kind of like a band. Sure, each instrument can play music, but you have to put them all together and in perfect harmony to get a symphony. One out-of-tune instrument or ingredient, and the whole band synergy falls apart. See, there are many lifestyle constraints that diabetics need to put up with, and we wanted to address all of them. We didn't just want something to help boost energy and leave you with another laundry list of other issues that pop up as a result. Heck, a can of Red Bull could do that. Instead, we wanted to revive your energy levels not with dirty energy, but with a clean, synergetic solution. Everything, meds and lifestyle boost, working together. See, it took tons of testing. Eventually, we found the perfect formula. It combines these 10 natural ingredients in their perfect proportions. 1. Bitter melon. 2. Fenugreek. 3. Amla. 4. Gymnema sylvestre. 5. Melia azadirachta. 6. Swaratia chirata. 7. Syzygium cumini. 8. Turmeric. 9. Tinsopora cardifolia. 10. Picruhiza corora. Now, you can't just combine them and hope they work effectively. It's not that simple. You need the right extractions and the exact right quantity of each. Too little of one, too much of the other, and you upset the whole balance. I asked myself, where could I even buy these foods, herbs, and roots? I've cooked with turmeric before and happen to know that bitter melon and fenugreek were sold in some Asian supermarkets. I never heard of the other 7. I couldn't even pronounce them. So I looked deep into the science and made it a mission to find out exactly where to buy these ingredients, and found exactly what you need to know. Wait, what does this have to do with regaining a great lifestyle as a diabetic? Well, it took almost 2 years, but the formula we finally created is the ultimate lifestyle boost formula for diabetics. It's designed to help you take back your lifestyle like a non-diabetic. Of course, we didn't come up with the formula all by ourselves. We worked with top Western doctors and Ayurvedic extraction experts. Every ingredient had to be powerful, potent, and we combined it all into an easy-to-take supplement called CuraLin, a natural energy boost remedy for diabetics who want to live like their youthful self. You want to know how it works, right? Well, CuraLin focuses its natural properties on the 3 levers of diabetic health. 1. Physiological function for pancreatic cells. 2. Glucose absorption in the digestive system. 3. Sensitivity of the muscle cells to insulin. And because it focuses on these 3 key areas in a natural way that boosts energy, it gives you permission to throw away what I call your diabetes self. You know, the irritable, woe is me mindset created by years of battling the disease all alone. The diabetes self is the voice that reminds us, I'm not normal, nor will I ever be. It's the reason behind ignoring fun activities with loved ones, the reason for feeling like a burden around other people. It's why my father became a different person and became a shell of himself. But with the incredible properties found in CuraLin, it can be a thing of the past. Just like it was for my father and so many others. You know, like I said, CuraLin has 10 powerful, natural, clean ingredients, each carefully and scientifically tested to make sure we created the ultimate formula. How do these magnificent 10 actually help you? Number 1, bitter melon. Helps support healthy insulin tolerance, glucose absorption, and healthy pancreatic cells. 2, fenugreek. Contains lots of fiber and helps the pancreas produce healthy amounts of insulin. Number 3, amla. Helps maintain healthy blood glucose levels, general cognition, cholesterol levels, and vitality. Number 4, Gymnema sylvestre. Helps promote insulin release, maintain carb absorption speeds, reduces sweet cravings, and makes you feel full for longer. Number 5, Melia azadirachta. Addresses the carbohydrates in the body and contains powerful antioxidants to keep you healthy. Number 6, Svivatya chirata. Helps support healthy insulin levels and the body's glucose processing. Number 7, Syzygium cumini. Helps maintain stable blood glucose levels. Number 8, turmeric. Helps maintain healthy glucose levels, insulin sensitivity, and a strong immune system. Number 9, Tinsopora carifolia. Helps maintain healthy blood glucose levels and promote glucose metabolism at the cellular level. Plus, it's a strong antioxidant. Number 10, Picrohiza curora. This ingredient is so rare it is an endangered species. It's a powerful antioxidant, helping to support liver and spleen function, glucose tolerance, and weight management. Simple, right? Actually, it's not. The science is complicated, requiring special extraction methods to make these ingredients powerful, a 64-to-1 extraction rate to be exact, which is what your body needs for it to work. That is why cooking with turmeric at home wouldn't have the same drastic effect as CuraLin. Not to mention that the other ingredients are super exotic and almost impossible to find, unless you live in India. Remember when I said I found a way to buy these ingredients? I buy them directly from Ayurvedic farmers in India because I want to help everyone with type 2 diabetes embrace the natural way to healthy energy levels. If you still need a cherry on top, and quite frankly, who doesn't? When you get CuraLin and use it, you'll find it also enhances general cognition, supports vitality and vigor, and helps with weight management through a boosted metabolism. Basically, CuraLin targets the secondary effects of high blood sugar so that you can get back to what's important: your life, your family, being there for your grandchildren as they grow up, taking them on outings, keeping up with your friends and hobbies. When my father gave himself permission to simply want his old lifestyle back, CuraLin gave it to him. He was able to read books more clearly and watch TV comfortably. Midnight bathroom adventures went away. Fatigue became a non-issue. Nausea and embarrassing stomach issues gone. It's great. That's why CuraLin is your health and well-being roaring back with a vengeance. CuraLin lets you have fun. It's a way to stick the middle finger up to diabetes. It gives you the permission to say yes to whatever the family or friends decide to do. Or maybe it allows you to decide what to do. It removes second-guessing. It rids the pain of wondering, is it possible to ever feel good or even normal again? Here's what's cool. When your diabetes self obeys the healthy, vibrant version of you, the energetic version of you that's locked up somewhere in your past, the people around you will notice. You won't look like a sick person. You look completely healthy. Your peers can notice your enthusiasm for life. You'll inspire others like you with the same lifelong battle to overcome and thrive. The best part? You won't have to wait weeks to see results. CuraLin is effective and works quickly. In fact, most people start to see results in 2 to 3 days of use. It's time to get your lifestyle back. Thousands of diabetics have already found hope with CuraLin. CuraLin is 100% natural, safe, and free from those serious, annoying negative effects. That means plenty of energy to spend with your loved ones, and less of your precious time with Dr. Downer. Right now, you probably have a few questions like, how can I order CuraLin? How much does it cost? And will it work for me? I'll answer them all. First, I want to ask you for a quick favor. It's easy and just takes a second. Take your hand and put it over your beating heart. Use this moment to feel right now what it's like to have energy. Endless, bountiful, all-day energy. Restful nights, good old-fashioned sleep with more time in bed than on the toilet. Crystal clear vision and a worry-free mind. Family that doesn't judge every single food choice. And doctor visits that end with, you have a bright future. Wouldn't that be great? Because all this is possible with CuraLin. Incredibly healthy daily energy levels, easy fat incineration and weight management, a new, healthy outlook on life. Listen, my mission to help diabetics regain their healthy lifestyles demands I do everything I can to make CuraLin affordable. In a second, I'll tell you exactly how to get CuraLin for yourself today. It's easy and affordable, but first, I want to tell you about something special you get along with your first order of CuraLin. A bonus. It's something I'm really proud of, and you'll see why. Glucose balance is just one part of living a successful and happy life with diabetes. The other is support from an empathetic and loving community. That's why I created a Facebook community of diabetics who all want to get their lifestyle back just like you. It's called Winning Type 2 Diabetes Together. Diabetics from all over the world gather there to talk, share, and connect. It's the ultimate support for people living with the disease. You will love being a member. You'll get a special email invite to the community after you order CuraLin. Now, think about the benefits of CuraLin. What would they mean for you, your family, your life? What value can you place on a better way to live well with diabetes so that it doesn't consume every thought of every day? What's it worth to feel in control again? Keeping your health and sanity 100% naturally, moving with a recharged body. Most people tell me $180 is a fair price. I disagree. Like I said, my mission demands I make CuraLin affordable so that everyone can benefit. While many people would happily pay $180 for a bottle of CuraLin, that's not an option for many, which means it's also unacceptable for me. So CuraLin isn't going to cost you anything close to $180. To make the price as low as possible, I had to cut out all the middlemen. That's right. That's why, right now, the best way to get CuraLin is directly through our website. When we first started selling CuraLin, we dreamed of being in every pharmacy. But that's not possible for a small company like CuraLife. That's if you want to remain affordable, and we did. Unless you have fancy PR agencies and multi-million-dollar marketing budgets, you simply can't get your products on big pharmacy shelves. Too much red tape. Our mission at CuraLife is to make sure that everyone can enjoy life to the fullest. So we changed strategies. We cut out the big pharmacies with their exorbitant shelf space fees and passed the savings on to you. We don't pay crazy royalties to some famous celebrity endorser. We let the results and over 1,000 5-star reviews of CuraLin speak for itself. Instead of paying a fancy PR agency, we made this free presentation, put it online, and passed the savings on to you. That's how we were able to get the price of CuraLin down to $89 per bottle. But you won't even pay that. In fact, your price today is nowhere near $89. Oh, and by the way, each bottle of CuraLin lasts 1 to 2 months. Depending on your specific body and how long you've been taking CuraLin, you can usually reduce the usage over time, so $89 per bottle is a great deal, but today you won't even need to pay that. You made it this far, so I know you're serious about living a better life with CuraLin. That's why I'm giving you a special discount right now. Give CuraLin a try today, and you won't even pay the $89 per bottle value. Because when you order now, instead of paying $89, CuraLin will cost just $75, which is an outstanding deal. And you save even more by choosing the 3 or 6 bottle options. Update. Thousands of people are improving their lives using CuraLin right now. So now, the million-dollar question, will this work for me? Since everyone's body is different, I cannot make any guarantees, but I can show you cold, hard statistics on how it's working for other people. Here's what people say about CuraLin. 95.4% would recommend CuraLin to other diabetics. 75% are very confident in CuraLin's ability to help maintain healthy blood sugar levels. 87% of people are satisfied with CuraLin's performance. And 90% said CuraLin made a positive impact in their lifestyle. People love CuraLin so much, and I'm sure you'll love it too. If you ever have questions, our friendly customer service team is always a call away, 24 hours a day. Just dial toll-free 1-888-286-7307, and we are here for you. In fact, we personally call CuraLin users to check up on the results. No auto dialers, no pushy sales. We just want to make sure you're getting the full advantages of CuraLin. So you can expect our call. The proof is out there. CuraLin is so good, most people who try CuraLin make it a permanent part of their lives. Now, because you made it this far, to get started, simply click the Next Step button below. You'll be taken to a 265-bit encrypted page for a secure online checkout. This is the same encryption security technology used by Amazon, Apple, Walmart, the world's biggest companies. It's very secure. Simply enter the relevant information and we'll rush out your order right away. By the way, CuraLife is FDA registered. Every single ingredient in CuraLin comes from the breathtaking Himalayan mountains from farmers who practice Ayurveda. Every ingredient is tested for potency and purity by a third party, GMP and ISO 9001 certified lab. CuraLin works so well, our all-star medical advisory board stands behind CuraLin, every single bottle, with their names and reputations. Look, I made many decisions in my journey. When Dad was first diagnosed, I never decided to give up. To find a solution that works for him, I spent years doing it, flying halfway across the world, exploring an ancient medicine, and creating CuraLife so that every single diabetic can regain their happiness, independence, and lifestyle. Also, I created an amazing Facebook community that will love and support you throughout your journey. Those were my decisions. Now, let's look at yours. You already decided to stay with me to learn about how I helped my dad and thousands of other diabetics. For good reason. You know what getting your lifestyle back means to you. Humor me. Would that mean more independence to do as you please? Less concerned looks from family who are always just checking in? The freedom to enjoy a tasty drink on a night out or a bite of a delicious cookie? Being able to eat out more with friends and enjoying more of your favorite foods? No longer ordering bland food while everyone else seems to enjoy theirs much more. Feet that are ready to walk, hike, or even dance. Eyes clear enough to read or to watch your favorite program. The ability to travel without worrying about glucose stability. Predictable bathroom habits. No need for spare clothes. Whatever your desires, now is the time to take action. Will you join thousands of diabetics and benefit from CuraLin? Or give up and hand another victory to the disease, to the negative diabetic self? It's an easy choice to try CuraLin. I've already done all the work for you. I committed to helping Dad. I went to India to formulate CuraLin. I made sure everything is supported by science to show exactly that CuraLin works. I cut out all the middlemen and made CuraLin affordable, and I'm offering you CuraLin for just $75 as a new customer. Look, this is a simple decision. Try CuraLin today and take back what's yours. It's your life, your freedom, your health. You deserve it all. It's a no-brainer. CuraLin is the smart way forward, but the final decision is yours. You must feel that way too. You don't have to let diabetes be in control forever. That changes when you click the Next Step button below. So go ahead, click the Next Step button below. Get started now. I'll see you on the other side.